Hey everyone, welcome back to Carrots and Olives. It is Hobonichi time. Let's dig in. So I ended up getting my Hobonichi from Atlas Stationers. I wanted to give my wallet a semi-break, and although my intentions were good, I did not really follow through very well because I was really excited about some of the other things that Atlas offered, which are pens, and I found a couple of pens. So anyway, the whole goal was to make sure to get my Hobonichi items as soon as they release, which I did. And then I picked up a couple of other things. So let's take everything out. And let's start off with Hobonichi. So I am trying to learn, and I'm one of those people who have a hard time learning from previous mistakes when it comes to just fun stuff. So, for instance, over the years, I have started off really slim with Hobonichi and then have grown to a point where it's like very obsessive and buying all the things and realizing I use barely half of the things by the end of the year. So I've been trying to slim down, and I have managed to slim myself down to just one Hobonichi. So first things first, I decided to go with some of the bigger pockets. I do have the smaller version of pockets. They call this the add-on pocket postcard size. So I thought that would be fun to try out. So I would most likely put this on the sleeve, in the sleeve of my Hobonichi. And actually I do have the smaller pockets. Oops, let's see here. These little pockets, and now the other one would be the size of almost like a whole page. So I am excited for that. I think this will come in handy for just larger pieces of paper, and of course postcards, but I don't really get postcards very often, so I can just imagine using this for stickers or receipts and things like that I need to store and not forget about. So I noticed this notebook. This is called it's called the Dot Design notebook, and they're calling it Hobonichi's Fireside Chat Notebook. Fireside Chat Notebook. So I'm not quite sure what this is. Wow, this Hobonichi like plastic sleeve, it feels really nice. Let's see. People's eyes are fascinating things. Up close, you can see the end of your nose or the tip of your fingernails. In the distance, you can see the horizon, or even as far as the moon and the stars. Ugly things, beautiful things, and sometimes even hidden things. You can see all that with the same pair of eyes. So, Hobonichi paper, or Tomoe River paper, I imagine. Dot grid. Just a nice, very slim notebook. It almost seems a little bit like very see-through. Is this 52 GSM? I'm not quite sure, but this is the B6 size. There wasn't much description on the Atlas site. It is stitch bound, and I could see this just going in the sleeve of my notebook to jot down maybe appointments that I'm unsure about, or the important info I need in regards to like the school, my kids' school information, their sign-ons, or just things coming up. So I'm excited about using this. And then I couldn't not. I had to get the these writer boards. What are they calling them? Pencil boards. That's what it's called. So I got them in the A5 size because I feel like A5 fits my A5 notebook, but it also works for anything smaller than that. It just takes up more of the space, which makes it easier for me to cover like my oily hands or just anything I don't want my clothes to get dirty or anything to touch the paper. So I decided to get quite a few. I liked all 3 of these. They're very colorful. And currently I have this one from last year. So I wanted to get, let's zoom out a little bit. So I wanted to get just a few more, and I use this for like all sizes of my journals. I even use it for A6, for my traveler's notebook sizes, for the B6s, and even my weeks. So it fits all the sizes. It's just the A5 size is what allows it to fit inside the notebook. Okay, so last but not least, I got my notebook. And I had to go with the Hone because I love the hardcover, and I could definitely just take this around with me without having a cover over it, although I am one of those who really enjoys having a cover. So this one is called the Hiroko Kubota. I know I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's the A5 size, January start, Monday start week, and I love the size. It reminds me of a yearbook. I think I've said that before. And I was growing up, I loved people signing my yearbook and just having like this big chunky notebook of your memories in there. This is my current one, which is right now in the Hobonichi leather cover. This is like the burgundy cover that came out last year. It's shiny. Yes, you can see some scuff marks. I think I can wipe some of this down, but it has, worked out really well. Like this leather is really, really, really nice. I didn't think I was the type who would like really shiny leather. I kind of like the fabric type leather. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. But this has grown on me, and I'm really happy to have it. My notebook is a bit chunky, so it has definitely, I think, kind of messed with the spine a little bit here. But if anything, if the book can't hold up on its own without a cover, that's okay. I have enough covers to have this notebook sit inside. So anyway, I will most likely transfer this over here or use one of my other ones. But right now, this is what I'm using. It does allow me to keep things flat. In fact, I would most likely, I usually keep it open. Right now, it's so chunky that the cover doesn't close. But when I first got this notebook and put it in here, it worked fine. So that completes my Hobonichi order. Very straightforward and simple. And I am excited. I kind of like how I can actually use this now. So I think I might even do that, kind of transfer some things over and get ready for the new year. I don't typically like to open up my Hobonichi so early before the year starts. So I like to keep it in its packaging, like in the plastic, so that I get that surprise feeling later down the road, again, when it's time to actually start using it. Okay, so what else did I get? There were some sales going on. I couldn't not do it. So they had a sale on the Estherbrook Model J. And so I had been looking at this pen for a while. Like every single time I log into Atlas, I would see this pen as I'm like searching through pens. And I was like, oh, I don't know about the price for this one. And I've been looking at reviews. Reviews have been kind of mixed in general. I think maybe also people thought the price was kind of high for this pen. But this is the Model J fountain pen. I do like this box. Oh, it comes like this instead of clamshell. That's nice. So I decided to get it in the violet. It's actually really nice. It kind of looks a little stubby. I do like the gold accents and this big gold band here. And then on the body of the pen, you do get, it says R. Estherbrook HO USA. Okay, so we also get, this is the warranty, and then it comes with a converter. Oh, and look at the top. Oh, that's cute. I don't know if you could see it, but the logo at the top, and it looks like it's enameled, possibly. Yes, I do like this. I like that it's not too big. I do like the fact that it is kind of like it's not completely flat, but it's kind of flat at the tops. And I can write this unposted, lighter than I imagined, but also very comfortable. It seems like there's different tones of purple. So there's the body tone. I see this color looks slightly different than the grip section. The grooves here are really smooth. I ended up getting a medium. And there's nothing inside. So we will put that there. And then there is like something on the inside of here to keep it sealed really well. It's like it's green in there. That's interesting. But yeah, this is actually really pretty. So I'm going to test this one out and put my box away. All right, I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like I did not get my ink. So I ordered a bottle of ink that's not in this. It's not here. Wow. That's a first. Okay. So, last but not least is this pen. This is an exclusive to Atlas. And you may have seen it if you visit their website as often as I do. So I decided, oh, this is really pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's gorgeous. I wasn't expecting it to be this gorgeous. It's very pepperminty. Reminds me of peppermint. Like, this is a great Christmas pen. I think it's also a great pen for March, but it's very sparkly. It's really, really, really pretty. So this is an Edison, an Atlas exclusive, limited edition, and it is a Collier. It's the model. So it has a pretty long cap when you think about it. The cap is almost the same length as the body itself. Almost. That's interesting. But without it being posted, it actually fits in the palm of my hand, very similarly to that Escher book. And they have a logo on the nib. And you get a cartridge converter. A converter, sorry. And these, I don't think they're numbered. I don't see a number on them. This is probably my second, maybe third Edison pen. It's been a while since I've purchased an Edison pen, but I felt like it was just really too pretty to pass up. Plus, it's an exclusive, so that was another factor. There's a bookmark, there's a sticker, and also I have another fountain pen like bookmark thing, page mark. Okay, so I gotta ink them both up because, hello, I bought them to use them. So I'm a little bit saddened that I don't even have the ink. So on my, unless I misplaced it, I don't see it anywhere. I was supposed to get the Endless Alchemy Twilight Dreams 45 milliliter bottle, which was an Atlas exclusive. And they checked it off saying that it was in the box, but it is not here, unfortunately. So now I was going to use that ink to ink up most likely this pen, but now I got to find some other inks. So bear with me while I go look. So what inks did I choose? For my Esterbrook Model J, I am going to go with Bilberry from Diamine. And then for my Edison Collier, I am going to go with Monsoon Sky from Krishna. So let's get to inking. Okay, so there's not very much ink in here left. So I have to use a blunt syringe to get it out and put it in here. So let's do some journaling. It's actually Friday night, and I'm going to write with my Edison Collier first. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please correct me. Does it post? It does not post. But that's okay. Gosh, look at my hands. I need to wash my hands. Okay, so... Ooh. This is an extra fine. It does not feel like an extra fine. So this extra fine writes like a medium to me, but I'm okay with that. I mean, I could see it working well for planning as it works in this planner. But I'm okay with that because it's not scratchy. The nib writes really well. So this ink from Krishna, Monsoon Sky, is a very small bottle, but I've actually used it quite often. I feel like it's a really good match. It's like a blend of blue and a little bit of green, and it fits this pen color very well, I think. And I'm actually pretty shocked at myself. I'm almost like probably more than halfway through this bottle. I've had this bottle for many years, and the color works absolutely wonderful. Okay, so actually this is a great writer. The ink is beautiful. I'm glad I picked it. And I got this ink from Pen Chalet like quite a few years ago, but I think that they still carry the brand, so you might be able to find some other colors. And I really, really like this. The pen grip is a little bit more narrow than the body itself. If the grip was as thick as this pen cap, I think I would be in love. I would probably give it like an 11 out of 10. But because it's not, it's kind of like like my hand is cramping because I tend to grip it tighter when it's smaller. So I just have to make an adjustment. I think my adjustment was just holding it a little bit further back where it starts to, the girth of the pen starts to get wider. And that seemed to work. It's just a little bit harder to control my letters. It started to get a little bit sloppy. Okay, so let's look into the model J. And hopefully I can get some ink out of here. Oh, not yet. Maybe I'll jumpstart it with the bottle. So does this pen post? It does, and it's kind of secure. Oh, how interesting. So the cap is like has this gradient, or maybe it's intentional or not intentional, but it's like a browny purple color. It does make the pen a little bit more back weighted for me. Since my pen is a little bit thicker, since my notebook is a little bit thicker, I need another something to rest my wrist on. So I have my A6 here because it's like a big hump on this side. So I like to do it like that to rest. Okay, this one is really smooth as well. I lucked out. So you can see, I feel like it's not too far off from the extra fine. All right. This pen is very comfortable. I love it. It is getting a little bit harder to write in the Hobonichi, but that's the risk you take whenever you get the full year. And I love the full year. I am not a huge fan of the half year, although it's easier to write in. It just feels like something's missing the other half of the notebook. It's just nice to have everything all in one place. Anyway, thank you for joining me. If you guys have any questions about these pens, let me know. And let me know if you guys prefer the Edison or the Edison or the Estabrook. All right. Thank you for joining me. Catch you in the next one. Bye.